Evening all, and welcome back to Factory Town. Now, last time we changed the system up here, and as has been pointed out by Javamuko, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, this system does have a problem to it. At the moment, we're picking up from the barns directly and then dropping off. And that's okay until you get to the point where, like this one here, it picks up 2 chicken because there were 2 chicken in this barn. And then that one's going to pick up 1 chicken, but not pick up anything else. So that's not going to work. There is also a problem here, you'll see. This barn is getting fuel into it because this barn is getting fuel added to it. Or did have fuel added to it because the recipe for good fish requires fuel, but sandwiches doesn't. So we'll fix that by removing that pusher there, and we then need to get the coal out of that. I'm not entirely sure. Well, we'll put a little ramp, I think, for that. Let's build a little road ramp and like that, and then we will get ourselves a wagon and say, you take fuel out of there and put it in that barn there, which you should be able to get access to, so that'll help with that. So what are we going to do to fix this? Why are you not grabbing? Of course. It becomes fuel. It no longer becomes coal, and you can't take fuel out of anywhere. So I'm just going to have to delete those. It's such a waste, but I can't do anything about it. Once it has become fuel, you can't do anything about it. And yeah. So okay, we'll leave that for the moment. How are we going to fix this? We also need to get our fish onto our system as well. Well, there's a couple of ways I could do that. I could either label each cart with a item, so I could say 1 cart becomes chicken, 1 becomes cheese, 1 becomes bread, 1 becomes sandwiches, and 1 becomes fish. We've got 6 carts, we need 5. That would work. That'd mean we'd grab 1 of each and go around and drop it off in here. The drawback to that is, however, that this only has 4 storage, and we have 5 barns now producing food, which is not a good thing. So I'm not quite sure whether I want to do that. The other option is to cut the line back and put in little loops for each train, so that then it will just grab whatever is in demand, and we could have some logic saying, if you've got so many of this, turn it off, if you've got so many of that, turn it off. I think for a loop this size, just going with little trains would be a better idea, just labelling the trains up. The other drawback to that as well is that this obviously has an issue with this here. I mean, these are to grab food. That one's going to grab food. When it comes along here, it's going to grab 3 chicken, but nothing of the rest. Because it simply can't grab anything else, because it doesn't know, it can't mix things. So delivering things long distance does actually require a packager. That's pretty much what it boils down to. So we may have to do that. We may have to actually have a packaging system going on here and have our goods being packaged. Because you can mix packages. If we put all the chicken, all the cheese and all the bread into packages, then this can just pick up stored packages and just deliver them. So I'm thinking that might not be a bad idea. The only drawback to that is that obviously we would need some form of system here that filters that out to deliver it to the right place. Not really sure. I'm not really sure whether we need that. That's the issue I'm having. I'm not sure if I need to have a system like that. There is a way we could do this, actually. Yeah, let's change this up ever so slightly, shall we? So let's right. First and foremost, let's add that bit there, and that's not going to work, is it? Around. Thank you. There we go. Right. So now they will grab everything that's on the line there. I think what I will do is actually filter the carts out for each individual thing. So we're going to have one drop of each, which makes sense. It seems a bit of a waste just grabbing them from here and... Yeah, I think we're going to mix this up slightly. So, I'm going to remove the rail stops. Put that rail back in. And we'll leave this going and let them filter out. And this build up a little bit here. To clear that again. Okay. And okay, so that's working. That is working. And what we're going to do instead is, I think I might have a packager here taking inputs from all 5 of these. We'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 come into a packager, and then this train system will come up, grab from the packager, come back down again, and will then come along and drop off to a packager here. Which will then empty to a barn. I'm not sure about that going on there. Because the drawback, I'm just thinking, if I do one packager, that's only going to work for so much. Although we could always convert this to being conveyor belts here rather than the train system. I think that's the way I'm probably going to go with this. Yeah. Right. So let's let that empty out there. We're also still filtering things down here at the moment. I think our carts are still going backwards and forwards, delivering goods. You need to take from there, drop in the second bar. You need to do the same thing. Because our first bar is full, that will empty that one. Then we've got one more to empty, 2 more to empty. So, yep, you are done for that, but you're... you were producing mana crystals. May seem a little strange, but I'm just looking at something in the future. So if I tell you to go that way, you will empty out of all your goods into there. Okay. If I rotate you around that way, you'll empty out of all your goods to there. And then I can tell you to empty into that one. And that will fill those barns up there. And that just gives me a bit more space to do things here. Shame I put them so close together. If I left gaps in between like I did there, I could have said deliver to the first barn and then all the barns filter down and it would auto fill. But I didn't. Oh well. So those are not empty yet. Oh no, none of them will be empty because that doesn't matter. Right. So we're going to remove these carts. I may want them later, I don't know. I don't think I will do. We're going to remove these carts. That is now empty. Awesome. Right, so we'll remove those barns and that barn because we're changing up this system. Oops. And we'll let them go around and do their thing. Let's remove this track. And we'll remove those trees there. So I will not press the wrong button there. I keep muting the audio because I keep coughing. I've still got a sore throat from being ill. And I just stopped the recording there by mistake. So yeah, don't do that again. Right. We want a packager. We're going to go... Seems strange we're going completely back around to where we were before. I didn't use packages because... Well, I thought there was a problem with them, and there isn't a problem with them at all. There's just a confusion on my part. So I'm going to go there. Then we're going to grab a barn there. Can actually be rotated that way. And let's carry on the whole 7 thing here, shall we? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Meh. 6. There we go. 6. 6. Oh, I'm a sucker for symmetry. There we go. Right. There and there. That's a lot smaller than. It would appear I cannot put another. Ah, there we go. There we go. Right. I'm going a little overboard on the making the aesthetics look good here because this is basically the last point to the village, so I want to make it look good. It's actually going to be sort of how it would be if we were building a town, whereas all the other stuff before has just been the infrastructure getting ready for the town building. Okay. Nope, I want a train track, please. Wow. I'm really not sure what happened there. Okay. And train track in. And there we go. Right. Okay. There we go. Right. And this doesn't line up properly, which is fine, because that's one of the barns that's for output, so then that would go down to a packager, which would be here, so that barn there, so that will make sense on that side as well. Okay. Now, I'm going to put these up in the air again, because I want them to be away from the ground, so any carts underneath can get there. Ooh, that's... Oh. There we go. Right. Move that across there. Like so. And we run conveyors into the packager. And the packager to there. Okay. And so I'm going to pause the game now and go that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. You can grab whatever's in there and output them to the packager. The packager is going to be put onto pack into crate. Crates will go into there, and then you will grab whatever you will put that into there. Now, I don't think the food carts will pick up the crates based on what's inside them. I don't think they're identified that way. Let's find out. Of course, this only has 4 inputs, so it's going to be doing some weird things to start with. Okay, so there's our first big problem. Our first big problem is that we can only deal with 4 different types of packaged goods. So they are identified separately. They don't just become one big packaged good, which is a bit of a problem, because now we've got a 5th one on the conveyor there doing nothing. And I really don't know how to deal with this unless I drop off one of these systems and have something different. It is technically possible to have silos here instead. I built that 5 wide, not on purpose, but it is possible to do 5 silos and have that output into 5 separate silos. However, this system still doesn't work. because if their packages are identified separately, that means that train's only going to grab 3 of the first one. It can't grab the rest of them. So this doesn't work anyway. This would not really be. It would be an advantage that it's sending more at once, but it's not going to work as intended, because it's just not going to grab. Right? If I put silos down there, we would still end up with the fact that the first train would come along and grab, like just the first item. It would grab 3 sandwiches and ignore the rest. So then it's still only delivering 3 goods or 3 packages of goods, which is more. It is more. It is faster, but it's not. It's not the way I expected it. And then we've got to unpackage them as well, which is not going to be a simple case of just taking them and saying, hey, put them into a food barn or put them into this barn, because we're going to have 4 lots here. So I think really what I need to do is figure out what I want from food stuff. I'm pretty damn sure I've said this before, that I just wanted to build sandwiches, but then I built all the rest of the infrastructure because we were wasting resources. But maybe I do just want sandwiches. Maybe it would make more sense to just literally have sandwiches and just go with the sandwiches, and then because that's worth 30 gold. That's the most expensive gold coin recipe there is. And if we look through the red ones, you can see I think meat stew is the highest at 16. Veggie stew, meat stew are both 16 gold. There, that's 30. So yeah, so the sandwich is the most expensive coin to sell. So it would make sense delivering sandwiches, because that's going to give us the most money. Not that we need it. We've already got over 100,000, nearly 100,000. And I'm sorry if you can hear that. They're apparently digging the road up outside. That's helpful. But yeah, so we could sell sandwiches, and then we could sell meat stew. So there'll be the 2 things we will bring to the food market. And we'll consolidate this all back down again, which means this whole system is not required. So that means fishing boat, you could go, although what I could do with the fishing boat is have a boat. I have to realize I could put another house in here if I wanted to. Yeah, so we could get another house there. But yeah, I could have a fishing boat come and deliver to a barn back here, and just have that going on there as a little bit of a supplement to add to it, I suppose. I mean, cooked fish, I don't know what cooked fish actually gives us. Let's use the economy tab, because I keep forgetting that's there. And that puts things all in order, which is exactly what I kind of wanted. So, sandwich, and then we have category 100%. Oh, there's fish stew, and there's meat stew. Oh, I can order them by value. Oh, that's interesting. Right. So, sandwich is the best food type, is that? No, I need to order it by coin, don't I? And then have a look at the different things. So, Yeah, so for gold coins, the best thing we can give is crowns and sandwiches. Okay. For red coins, the best thing we can give food is meat stew. And that says category spellbooks. There's a 5th category for delivering to the shop, to houses, which I did not know about. That's going to completely wreck this idea if there is going to be a 5th delivery slot. Because I don't have any way to put a 5th. Oh wow. Okay. For blue coins, there is no food. We've only got specialty goods, tools, and clothing. Warm coats. That's kind of what we're making already. So that's the best one for that. And for purple coins, we have berry cake and necklace. Then we have magic supplies, spell books, magic supply, advanced gadgets. Oh, hold on. I think materials, speciality goods. Yeah, that's where magical supplies come from. Spell books. Okay, so in that case, what we want to do is revert this back and have just these make sandwiches, and don't use any of these barns. Which is going to involve changing things up a little bit here. I also want to get rid of this fish as well. So let's turn all of our kitchens off. Okay. Let's actually say instead of packing, you're going to unpack from crates. We will do that. And we'll tell you to only take packaged goods. Yeah, packable item crates. So only take item crates from there. And that seems a bit weird, but the reason I'm doing that is so I empty this barn full of crates, and I actually want to remove those as well, don't I? Yeah, we don't want to keep filling the barn up. That's stupid. Let's not do that. We can fill this barn up, okay, and then we will put a rail stop on this barn. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to unspecialize all of these. And that would hopefully get things going. It's a little, well, obviously once you've invested into changing infrastructure and it doesn't work, you've got to let it flow out like I was doing back here. You've got to let things empty out and change around and do things. That barn is empty, but you can't, although you can remove them, and I do believe you get the goods back anyway. I have no idea whether I just destroyed that barn with stuff in it. Probably. It was a mistake. Right. You are to deliver... take that into that barn. You are to take that into that barn. And you are to take into that barn. I don't know which one's doing which now. Just empty those barns out. That's what we want to do. We want to just empty those barns out and yeah, be happy with it. Okay. So our trains come across and we'll grab every bit of food they possibly can. So food, 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 food. Awesome. I don't know what sort of internal market barn what internal storage a barn market has. Words would help. So I don't know whether it can actually take all of these. Let's find out. There we go. 8, 15, 20. It has 20. It has 20 storage. Okay. So if you send too much food to the market, it just goes no. No, 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 no. I don't like that. But it is selling to everyone, which is awesome. We just don't have these ones here being sold to at the moment, but that's fine. That's fine. So we've got 35 houses in total, haven't we? So 3, 6, 9. That means there's 26 houses here. So I could get 27. Get 27 houses there. There's probably a better way to organise this with straight lines and bits and pieces. So, in fact, I'm pretty sure there are better ways to organise this, but well, it doesn't matter. We weren't going for efficiency, we was going for looks. And I think it looks good. I think all the little houses with their trees in the back and stones in between and stuff, I like that. So, yeah. Okay, so that's done that, that's done that, that's done that. So now we can get rid of this infrastructure because it's clear. Right. Sworn I told that fishing boat to stop. Okay. So the kitchen that makes the bread doesn't actually require any fuel. In fact, it's only the flour and chicken that does require fuel. Cheese doesn't either. So I could rearrange these as well. I'm confused as to why my cheese is not running. Do we have a blockage somewhere? Do we not have milk working? You should be toggled on. Why that was toggled off. This is the drawback to the logic, which I think I've said for a couple of episodes now, that when you reload the game, you do need to check it to make sure it's working, because sometimes things can be in an off state and can still be on. In fact, no, we do have a cart going down there, so it does want to be off. We don't have any animal feed. Why are my carts going around with no animal feed? What's happened here? Toggle that. That's probably the problem. The filter between the two has stopped working. And we weren't grabbing any animal feed. So all our pastures, well, they won't, but that one's had animal feed. Yeah, all our pastures had stopped working. All because one toggle failed on us. And what about our flour one? Yep, looks like our flour one's failed as well. Or has it? I don't know. No, we have plenty of flour up here, so no, that one hasn't failed. Okay. So, I've turned off all the kitchens. Okay, I want to turn that one back on to get it going because I'm going to rearrange these slightly. I think I am going to move this around a little bit here. You can drop off and then stop. Okay, so I'm going to turn you back on. You are going to grab fish and drop it in the market. You're going to go for a nice long drive. Gotta love things that don't actually do as they're told. Drop off all your fish. Thank you. Right, and then go here. And as I said, I might well put a little fish one down here and just have like a cart going backwards and forwards, just to it'd be raw fish. It'd be, but it'd just be a little tick over to try and keep the happiness up, whilst things aren't quite working back here. It's another easy supply. I could do it here. I could say sandwich, and then in the barn could have one line of fish. So if the sandwiches ever run out, the carts will grab fish. Might make more sense. That would make a lot more sense. So yeah, right. So I need to change some things up in here. What I need to do ideally is wait for this to actually be empty. Oh, you're not going to make anything because you don't have any workers in you. That's no good. Make all your sandwiches. You're out of milk again. What? Why have you stopped there? And why has this gone wrong again? Wow, okay. I think it's because that toggle has failed. Yeah, I think because that toggle had failed, it was activating that one, then not reactivating that one. So okay, there we go. So it looks as if our animal feed is now actually running. So we're going to end up getting some milk, which is awesome. So that's working. This is starting to run a bit low on paper because it needs wool. But you aren't getting any wool because we didn't have any. That's why, because we had no animal feed. Okay. Okie dokie. Right. So, are these lines emptying out? Yes, they are. They're getting there. I told off those two so don't put anything more onto the lines so that I can dig back down into the lines and change some things again because I need to do that. So, do that. We can dig down here, can't we? Yep. Right. So, I want to just go that way there. And that way there. And then we want to rebuild that up. Do that on there. And that should fix that. And then I can use the move tool and turn these round. And they should empty. That one should empty at least. Because that is on a automatic output line down there. These ones won't because they need grabbers, so you need a grabber. In fact, you know what? Let's do the cheese first and let's put it on the top row because why not? Because we need cheese more than anything, and then we're not going to get any cheese because we can't. So can I get a grabber in there? I absolutely can. Awesome. Okay, that'll filter the cheese through, and then that should empty these. They fill up with sandwiches. Awesome. You're at a fish. Yep, I think you're done. I think you'll do. All right. What I'll do instead is, as I said, I'll put a barn down here. Yep, we'll get rid of that. Barn at the end of your garden, and you can fish to your heart's content. We will put a road up to said barn, and we will put another house in. Got to be there to get all four, so like so. Okay, and you need a tree, so we'll give you a tree. What tree shall we give him? Let's give him a standard tree. Yep. And we also want to put in some rocks, I think. In there. And yeah, oh, there we go. That is good. That is good. Right. Okay. So, we are good. We are good. You're almost out of chicken. You're empty. You're empty. We can remove that one. We can remove that one. Oh, no, can't right click on it. Means we've got to dig down to it. Alright. So I do want to change this up anyway. So we are going to change this up ever slightly. I'm going to put a kitchen there. Is 2 away from the other one. We're going to remove that entire line. Then we're going to remove all of that. I've just realised I did all that to try and filter out and get things going, and I just remembered that if you change the recipe and turn it off, it just becomes like a storage. So if I was to turn off all the recipes, it now just has 20 bread in it. So it would output that bread. So I feel a little bit foolish for that, but no, well. Alright, we'll put a barn there. And on the floor we'll put one there, and then up in the air we'll do these ones here so that we can get along. Not that it matters because we've got this line here anyway. Yeah, they could probably stay on the floor. Nope, because you want to get under there, don't you? Only temporarily you want to get under there. Yeah, you can do that up here. Right, so you rotate that round and right, make add the recipe, because you won't accept the recipe. You won't accept any goods in unless you have a recipe. Looks a bit of a mess, but it's just a temporary thing. So that'll empty all the sandwiches into there, which is fine. Let's grab a rail stop because we can, and you will grab all the sandwiches and deliver them. I will change these trains back to being the individual ones at some point. I may also put in something to spread them out a little bit more, but essentially, with this system here, I could have the food here, which is going to be sandwiches. I could have the warm coats here, which is just going to be warm coats. So that's actually already done. And then whatever the best one is, the other one will have there. And whatever the best the other one is, we'll have there. And we'll deliver it up from wherever we're making it over there. So we have a plan. We have a plan. Probably means I don't require... Well, I do require 2 carts because I have 27 houses I'm dealing with now. If I had 1 cart delivering, it would deliver 20 at a time, which isn't good enough for the market. Ideally, I want to put a silo in and fill the silo up and have that feed into the market as and when it requires it. Rather than what I've currently got at the moment, which is a pulse of goods over and over. So pulse, pulse, pulse. Not sure where the red coins just came from. Oh, that'd be from the fish. Yeah, that'd be from cookfish. Yeah. So we're going to drop that down to 1 red coin to go, which is fine. We don't need the coins. I am well in excess of coins. I just want to sell the biggest things because I can, basically. Okay, so you can go out. You are going to set to sandwich storage so that I don't mess anything up on you. You can go. Goodbye. Don't need you anymore. Okay. Burden. Right. And you can be turned on, and you are already on, and you can also be turned on. We're not going to have any output from you yet. We're going to use up all the goods in here. Somehow we have 1 piece of chicken in here. Not sure how that's happened, but we do. Let's get that out of there now, so it doesn't muck up anything on the line later on. And I'm totally sorry, but your was it? That was all you're going to use for. Does mean I could shrink this line slightly, which would speed things up slightly, but I'm not all that fussed about that. We're going to remove the filters on. Okay. What do you require? You require wool, leather, and shirts. So we're getting shirts. So we need to remove this system here and just oh, right. Gotta remember that if you click a building and press R to rotate it, you won't rotate it. I am rotating now because I'm in the move tool mode down here. If I was not in that mode, R brings up the recipes. So if you're in the move tool mode, then you select a building and press R, it will rotate it. If not, it won't. That was a change a while ago, so you probably already know all about that, but just making sure. Go on there, and you can be set to warm coat. Okay. And hold it like so. And we can even add a rail stop in straight away for that. Empty this barn out here. we are. And then we can remove that barn, and I'll just put in a line like that for the minute. Yeah, don't like that, but I can't do anything about it because of how this works. So you require cloth and you aren't getting any cloth. You require cloth and you aren't getting any cloth. You have loads of cloth, but for some bizarre reason aren't working. Is it that you're not working, or is it? Yes, yeah, there we go. Right, awesome. Okie dokie. So, we've gone around some things and changed some things up and broken some things and did some other things, so you know, everything is good and bad and however which way you really want to think about it. I'll leave that there like that. And in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove that tree there. I'm also going to add a road in there and in there. Which may look like a weird thing, but trust me, I'm a professional. And if you believe that, then, well, I'd be impressed. I want to put trees in there, but I also want to make that thinner. Yeah, meh. We'll run a road down there and there. Oh, come on. Thank you. And down there, down there. We'll just run it till the end and then stop. And then we will plant some trees in there simply because we can. Trees look good. I like trees. So let's do and do. There we go. I'm going to have it look a bit better. Hiding the train tracks a little bit. Not really, but meh. It's close enough. Okay. So, right. So we've got all our things grabbing everything it needs. We're still not getting any cheese. But we'll sort that out next. That'll be our priority for the next episode. I think we will have a look at sorting this cloth out by putting in a cotton farm. Is cotton required anywhere else? Let's have a quick look. It doesn't look like it. It doesn't look as if... No, it looks as if cotton is only required for making cloth. It's the only thing that's needed. Which is surprising, if I'm honest with you. I really would have thought... mind you, I suppose the stitching's in there. I would have thought that you'd use the wool to make the cloth and then the cotton and wool to make shirts. Or cloth and one piece of cotton for the stitching. But I guess they're just going that the they're just gluing it together, I suppose, with I don't know, magic. It's got dead rising logic. You grab a single chainsaw and a paddle arm and somehow come out with two chainsaws on a paddle stick with the magic use of magic duct tape. So anyway, yeah, I think next time we'll put in a cotton farm or two and maybe even feed them just directly into this workshop. Do it that way. That probably would work. So, yeah. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I hope to see you again next time. And until then, as always, have fun.